Alright. Yeah, we're recording. Hey everybody, it's me.
Hi,
Uh,
Megan Meyer.
Uh, you know me.
yeah.
Uh, ain't got no need for introductions.
And this time we'll be playing Pokemon Blue.
I love Pokemon. It was the first game I ever really got into when I was young, maybe 16 or 17. And it stayed with me as I grew up. I always thought I'd play Pokemon all my life because I could never put it down. It just has that effect on you. You already probably know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But you're 12.
I guess I was a bit older than the average Pokemon fan when I got my hands on my first game, which I remember being a copy of Pokemon Blue. Like a million other kids that year, I received it as a gift. Across the country, countless Pokemon were being unwrapped that very morning. They all came from the very same factory in Japan, crafted together by the same hands. They were all stuck in shiny new Game Boy handhelds and turned on for the very first time. I remember I had the biggest smile on my face when I began my adventure, nestled by the Christmas tree, decked out in full winter pajamas.
Yo.
I selected Bulbasaur as my starter, caught a Pidgey, and caught a Caterpie. I brought my strong three-man team through the first couple gyms without a hitch. I thought everything was going well. Brock and Misty were a piece of cake. Bulbasaur is easy mode. Rock and water types bow down to grass. Admittedly, Lieutenant Surge gave me some issues, but I eventually triumphed after a bit of grinding. It was one after the other. Eventually, I came across the HM Cut and was given access to Route 9 soon after, Rock Tunnel.
Yo.
It took me a day to navigate through the darkness, but I did it. By then, the month of December was reaching its close. I'd shut myself up in my room for a few hours every day playing Pokemon, grinding Pidgeotto, Butterfree, and Ivysaur up a few levels each time. I didn't care. I was having a blast. A friend of mine even traded me a Sand Slash for a Charmander, which brought my team up 4 strong. I didn't think the game could get any better. Then I stepped into Lavender Town.
Yo.
For a few seconds, I stared at my Game Boy's screen as the color scheme turned gloomy. The music began playing and I made a face. Lavender Town's melody was melancholy and sad, completely unlike the other themes I'd heard so far. I immediately realized this place was something else, and something the developers wanted to set apart from the rest. I didn't know any other reason why they would have gone through such lengths they did to make Lavender Town seem so dark. The haunting music followed me into every building, even the Pokemon Center. No longer smiling, I waited impatiently for Nurse Joy to heal up my pals as the depressing sounds wore on. I thought they'd never end. Having hung around Lavender Town long enough, I made my way to the western exit. Everything was going according to plan until I realized I had majorly goofed and forgot to check out the town's main feature, the Pokemon Tower.
Yo, that's my favorite.
Lying back
Go in there.
Lying back on my bed, I pulled the Game Boy close to my face and squinted. Pretty much everything was hard to see because the Game Boy obviously didn't have a backlight, so I turned on my room's lamp and glanced at the window. It was maybe 9 or 10 p.m. about then. Everyone in my house was going to head off to sleep soon. I decided to play on. As I walked into the Pokemon Tower and talked to the depressing NPCs, I began to lose some of my focus. My eyelids were getting heavy, and I was mashing buttons subconsciously. I talked to the same girl over and over without realizing it. Her dialogue filled the bottom of my screen a few times. Growlithe, why did you die? Growlithe, why did you die? Growlithe, why did you die? It was weird how the characters always said the same thing over and over again. You'd think it was an error or something, and these poor NPCs are glitchy fragments of real people, doomed to say the same thing over and over until the end of time. Here, at least, it seemed fitting. They were only mourning. I progressed up the levels of the tower, beat my rival, and entered the floor with the mystical healing pad. I walked over it a few times, tentative to breach the edges, let another unidentifiable ghost appear. I was getting tired of my Pokemon being immobilized with fear.
Yo. I know
While
that
facing
feeling.
Okay.
while facing one of the Pokemon tombs, I selected Sandslash and scrolled down his options. The friend had given him to me already taught some strength. Curious, I opted to use the move and was intrigued to read the game's note. You can't move heavy boulders around. I know a tombstone wasn't what the developers had in mind for strength's purpose, but I had Sandslash push it away. To my surprise, it moved, revealing a small black hole in its space. My character immediately dropped through it. I thought I would appear on the floor below, but I didn't. Instead, my character was surrounded by... Hold on. My character was surrounded by a black screen with Lavender Town music playing. I scooched back on my bed and brought the Game Boy right up under my lamp, thinking I'd be able to pick out some features of the new level if the screen was better lit. There was nothing to be seen. I tried to move my character, but the game just emitted that dun-dun sound it always does when you walk into something. Next thing I knew,
Let me
Lavender
give
Town's
the
music
people
stopped
an
playing.
example.
It cut right off in the middle. I figured the game froze. When I tried to move my character's feet, just jolted, and I still got that dun-dun sound telling me I couldn't walk anywhere. I swallowed. There was a lump in my throat. I was nervous.
Nice.
I hadn't saved my progress in a while, and I didn't want to lose everything I had accomplished by flicking the power off. Plagued by indecision, I set my Game Boy down, reeled my legs over the side of the bed, and put a hand on my forehead. I was sweaty and clammy. My attention darted back to the Game Boy, and I saw that the sides of it were where my hands had been resting were slick with sweat as well. I must have a fever. Stumbled into the bathroom, turned on the lights, looked at my gaunt reflection in the mirror. I was pale as a sheet. My eyes seemed milky and glassy. My lips were pale and my hair was unkempt. I stunk from devoting all my time to Pokemon and not hygiene. Just as I reached forward to turn on the faucet, something in the corner of the counter caught my eye. It was my Game Boy. I had brought it with me, had I? I retracted my hand from the faucet and set it on the small electronic device instead. Pulling it up and frowning at the screen. It was all black now, but still dead quiet. Maybe it was particularly because I was in a daze from having a temperature, or I was just really tired, but I couldn't drag myself to play this game. My eyelids peeled back and I kept staring into the black abyss, wondering where my character had gone. The Game Boy's power light was on, so it hadn't shut itself off. The game was still running. After a minute or so, the chill from my bathroom was starting to get to me. The feeling of little icy fingers dragging up my spine was fixed around the back of my neck. I breathed in deeply and looked back in the mirror. My reflection was gone. Instead, I was seeing the reflection of my empty bathroom and the doorway leading into the dark hallway by my room. I rubbed my eyes a few times, but my reflection didn't appear. It was obvious I was having some sort of nightmare. Smiling to myself and thinking it's stupid to get scared over what is clearly a fever-induced dream, I picked up my Game Boy and rolled it over my fingers a few times, ready to pinch myself and wake up. I looked on the screen one last time and froze. Now I was looking into the very pixelated, distorted version of my reflection. My eye sockets had been gone black, and my mouth was empty and gaping open, stretched down my face. My fingers were digging into my temples. Music started playing and got louder and louder, even though I wasn't touching the volume dial. It wasn't Lavender Town's theme. It was eerie, less constructed. It didn't take me a minute to realize it was the song being run backwards. I dropped the Game Boy, which clattered against the bathroom tile. The bag popped open and the batteries flew out and rolled towards the doorway. Throwing my hands into my sweaty, messy hair, I went weak in the knees and sunk my back against the wall, pinching myself, trying to wake myself up. The music was still getting louder even with the Game Boy face down without batteries. My glazed eyes darted into the mirror. It was entirely black, as if the Game Boy had swapped visuals with it. My heart began beating really fast, and I could feel those icy fingers scraping down my back, forcing me to look over my shoulder. It was then that the lights in the bathroom went off.
Here I come again!
I screamed and jumped out of my skin, spinning around and feeling for the light switch, trying to turn it back on. I must have turned the wrong way because I was no sooner facing my mirror, which had the faintest glow in it, like a weak electronic screen. I cried and beat my head against it, waiting to feel the glass-like sheet shatter against my fist. It did nothing. Nothing broke. All I heard was a soft thumping. I spun away and tried to feel around the darkness, but it was as if walls had closed me in around it. The music was blaring in my ears, hot and unnerving, making my head want to burst. Tears streamed out of my eyes as I struggled, but there was nowhere to go.
Good story, Meggers.
Thank you.
That was Meggers' first Pokemon experience, everybody.
Yep. I hope yours was better than mine.
I don't remember mine.
Darn.
I was
What about
really
yours,
young.
Sean? Sean?
Hey,
What about yours?
what about my what?
What was your first Pokemon experience like?
Man, I don't know, man. You know, man. I remember, man, I got the Pokemon, man. I really liked it, man. You know, Pikachu, man.
Yeah.
And then I got the rival, you know, man. But yeah, honestly, I don't think I cared much about the games as a kid, to be honest. I more liked the show.
When I was a kid, I never really even beat the games. Oh, yo, that's one of my targets right there.
A Spearow?
I hope the recording doesn't care, but I'm listening to Hidamari's sketch.
Well, if it cares now because you just announced it to the world.
Well,
Now everyone thinks you're a huge weeb.
they can hear it.
You should listen to Megan A. Princess while making videos.
Yeah, I remember one time when the first movie came out. And I've told Art the story before. But when it came out to pay-per-view, one day I was like ridiculously fucking sick.
Yeah, listen to what his brother does. Holy shit, what a douchebag.
Seriously.
You looked at paper?
So like,
Good
we're watching the movie. I'm watching the movie on pay-per-view, right?
How do you watch a movie on paper?
Good one.
Thanks.
Anyway,
There it is.
hold on, I'm eating a York peppermint patty. Oh yeah. So I was sick, so I couldn't do anything, right? I was just like, I pretty much marathoned that movie all day. Like I watched that movie like at least 1,000,000 times, easy.
What did your brother do?
I'm getting to that, god dang it. And I think I might have told you this story too.
No.
Because I was sick and like throwing up and shit, like I just couldn't fucking move. I couldn't keep anything down, so I was just like chewing on like ice cubes all day. My brother walks in with a fucking popsicle. He starts like eating it in my face because he knows I fucking want one, but I can't keep it down.
What a fucking asshole. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Should have fucking beat him up.
Yeah, beat him up for something he did that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still bigger and stronger than me.
I doubt
Oh
it.
shit. You could kick his ass.
Yeah, I
I've
bet you
seen
will.
him.
Sam.
I bet I could beat your brother up.
I don't know, man. He's pretty strong. He's a lot stronger than he looks.
Oh yeah.
You think Fort could beat him up? Go tell Fort to beat your brother up.
Fort's not a violent dude.
No, just tell him that your brother called him gay. And like,
Whoa.
He wouldn't care.
I know, he'd probably be like, yeah, gay is relative.
I'm gonna show Fort this video.
Alright.
And he's gonna hate you.
Gay is
Oh
relative.
no. Sorry
Yeah, dude.
for it. You're a cool guy. I love you.
Yeah, dude, my relatives are gay.
They probably fucking are.
Same.
All of them.
Yeah.
Even your dad.
Whoa.
My dad. I don't know. My dad doesn't like being called gay.
Oh. Well, it's probably because he is gay.
Yeah.
He doesn't like one time my sister called me gay, and my dad threatened to throw her out of the house.
What the fuck?
Because, I don't remember the whole thing. Anyway, long story short, my dad really doesn't like to think about me being gay.
Well,
I don't blame him. I don't want to be gay either.
have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should be
man.
open to new experiences, dog.
Alright, it's time for one of those YOLO balls. Hold on, let me just... Hold on.
Don't call it a yellow ball. Don't save, stay. Don't be that guy.
I don't want to waste Pokeballs.
Weaken it.
Yeah!
Great job.
I mean, that was after like 5 rewinds.
Give a nickname to Nidoran? Yeah,
Nidoran.
sure.
My thieving nephew is now a submissive slutty trap.
Alright, since I'm probably not going to be seeing a Pikachu this run. Hold on. Now oh wait, there's a rival battle up here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Shut up. Holy
Sorry.
shit, not you. Look at this guy, he just wants to fight. I'm gonna lose this, aren't I? Oh
Yeah.
my god, X accuracy, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. I'm never gonna hit it, am I? Hit it, hit it, hit it. Damn it.
Hit it and quit it and put it and pass it to your homies, go.
Yeah. Because everything's obsolete until I hear my homies call.
Yeah, dude. Suck me off.
How annoying. Quit sand attacking me.
Sorry.
How much PP does that move have?
7.
69.
I kind of want Blue's Pidgey. Ah, yo, it's almost dead. God dang it, hurry up. Alright, it's almost dead, come on. God dang it! Alright, it's... Fuck! I wonder if one day I'll... Fuck. Use something other than sand attack. Thanks. Alright, you're getting the business.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Yeah.
stop the vid.
Ugh.